Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Valley Life. I'm Rich Krebs, and I've got two good people here right now that are really helping out the community in tremendous ways. And something that I really appreciate is getting back to nature. And Laura, we were talking about WildLink and how it's serving our local community. And just give us a brief overview in case people missed the first segment of WildLink and what you're doing to help the local community.
Sure. WildLink is a partnership of Nature Bridge at Yosemite Institute, Yosemite and Sequoia Kings Canyon National Parks, and the U.S. Forest Service. And we work to bring young people into the wilderness and then ask them to bring that experience back home in an effort to help them better their own lives and their communities, and also build a constituency for wilderness and public lands among all Californians.
Perfect. And David, I want to get into now Wells Fargo's involvement in this, specifically yours. You wear so many hats and sit on so many fun boards, and when I hear of everything that you're involved in and think about all you're doing for the youth right here in our own backyard, it's fabulous. But give me a little overview then of Wells Fargo's commitment to Yosemite Institute and how you're helping with WildLink.
Okay. Rich, you know that we're very passionate about serving our communities, and that's part of our culture at Wells Fargo. And to that end, we ask our team members where they wish that our dollars, our financial capital, and our human capital, our team members, spend their time, and how we should serve those communities. And our team members are passionate about kids, and they're passionate about education. And when you look at our opportunity to partner with Yosemite Institute, and specifically with Laura's team at WildLink, it serves both those endeavors very well, and particularly underserved kids. So we're able at Wells Fargo to send a lot of the kids that otherwise wouldn't get the opportunity to spend this time in nature to be able to do that. Last year, I think we served about 85 children, 75 who spent 2 to 5 day programs at the Institute, and another 10 kids that joined Laura's team with WildLink.
Sure. And David, we know about the tremendous monetary value that Wells Fargo can bring, both from internal and external sources, but it's also about the people. I mean, manpower has to run this, and you just love when people come up to you right in your own organization and say, David, how can I get involved and help out?
Absolutely. Last year we had over 600 team members volunteer over 19,000 hours. This year, through half the year, we're on pace to have over 1,000 team members, and we're going to beat our goal of 25,000 hours. So that's very exciting. And a couple things I want to share that's important to know about Yosemite Institute and WildLink is that they really believe it's about experiential learning, and that's one of our beliefs at Wells Fargo. It's one thing to try to tell somebody something, it's another to show them, but it's a whole other thing when people can experience for themselves. And we know that that's the best education, when you can have hands-on. And you can't care about something until you know about it, and you can't know about it until you've been there.
Sure.
So that's exactly what Laura and her team are doing, and it's paid amazing dividends. And when you talk to the kids that have been through these programs, it truly is life-changing. And when you meet the educators that facilitate these programs, that will change the way you think about, our opportunities with education, because to a teacher, they are phenomenal. And I think of it as we've all got that favorite teacher that we've had throughout our life, the one we can always remember. Well, at Yosemite Institute and at WildLink, that's all there is. Nothing but your favorites of all time. So it's really fun.
Laura, when somebody like David gets involved in Wells Fargo, that makes your job a lot easier, because now there's the resources, both monetary and physical, where people can get involved, and you say, good, I've got hands on this project, then to make it that much more special for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, WildLink and Yosemite Institute would not exist without the generous contributions of Wells Fargo and of other donors and volunteers who really help to make our programs possible.
Now let's talk about how people can help out too. If they're watching this segment right now and say, hey, I want to join David and the rest of the team at Wells Fargo and jump in, how can they get in touch with you, and then both monetarily and even physically say, hey, I got hours I can donate? How do they get involved and help out?
Absolutely. Well, the first step would really be to go to our website. You can find out more information about WildLink at wildlinkprogram.org, and more information about Yosemite Institute and the residential field science programs at yosemiteinstitute.org. And from there, you can learn more about our programs, both here locally and across California, and ways to get involved, both through monetary contributions, which are always helpful,
Sure.
but also through personal service and volunteering with our organization.
Now, what if people are calling in too and they say, I just can't get out anymore, but I have this great equipment? Can they also make donations of equipment and supplies to you as well?
Sure, absolutely. For WildLink especially, we provide all the gear for the students to participate in backpacking expeditions, and we can always use gently used gear.
Sure.
So if people are interested in contributing in that way, certainly go on our website, get in touch with us, and we can help to make that happen.
I love it. And Dave, before we run out of time too, on a lot of the segments that we've done, people have actually just called Wells Fargo directly and say, how can I get involved? If they call you at Wells Fargo, you can say, absolutely, we'll turn you on to Laura or any of the other groups that you volunteer with and say, let's make this work for the community.
I welcome the phone calls. I hope my phone is ringing off the hook, Rich.
I love it. Well, folks, that's your cue to action right there. Pick up the phone and call right now, whether you're talking to Laura directly at WildLink or you're talking to David at Wells Fargo. Say, I want to talk to the boss. Let's get involved and make this work, because I tell you what, there is nothing like seeing a smile on a kid's face when he comes back from a backpacking trip in the great outdoors. And like David said, that is a memory of a lifetime. So don't go anywhere. There's more Valley Life coming up right after this.